Hello, I am Lalani DeBose Hagerman, the president of the Dallas Prairie View A&M Alumni Chapter. Today we're here in honor of Opal Johnson Smith. Mrs. Smith was the founder of our 1995 annual gala. Ms. Smith was known across the nation for her impeccable fundraising. As a member of the National Alumni Association, she served as the national president. Throughout the years, our chapter has given back to the school. In 2021, we met a goal of giving $1 million to our A&M University. The funds given have been given to the athletic department, to the endowment fund, to the building of our stadium, as well as to the annual fund. And today we welcome you here to our gala as we continue to celebrate in memory of Opal Johnson Smith.
My name is Ferris Ferguson, and I've been with the Dallas chapter since 1976. And I served as president 78 through 80. And I've been with the Gala since its inception. And it's been a very, very, very heartwarming experience. And I've certainly had a chance to know Mrs. Opal Smith during that period of time. She was exciting, enthusiastic, convincing, and in her words, "We can do this." And everybody in attendance would always say, "Yes, we can." We were once in a meeting that was chaired by Mr. Cleverdine Lewis. He was the president at that time. And it was obvious that Mrs. Smith was very anxiously waiting until we could get to the new business. And when it came up, she stood up with a big smile as if she was saying, "I know something that you all don't know." And she indicated that she had spoken with the athletic director at the Prairie View A&M University, and he had suggested that maybe we could come up with a fundraiser for the athletic department. Mrs. Smith in detail all that we could do, how we could do it, and she called it, "This will be our athletic scholarship gala." We all agreed with her, and of course, the rest is history. My fond memories of the gala is eating the delicious foods, fellowshipping with my closest family, and of course with many other friends that I know. The glamour, the atmosphere, and of course, thank you, Mrs. Opal Smith.
Ann Williams, Prairie View A&M alumni. When Opal suggested to us about a Prairie View A&M scholarship gala, we all were very excited. I know I was, because then she went into the purpose of it and how much we all love Prairie View, and we know that this was a good idea and we needed to raise this money. The goal of the gala for that first year was really to raise enough money to present to Prairie View at its homecoming celebration a great amount for a scholarship for our athletic department. And one of the reasons why we were so interested in raising money for the athletes, because it was always so much fun for Prairie View and Grambling to have its classic in Dallas. And during that time, 25 years ago, it seemed like Grambling was always beating Prairie View. And when she mentioned this money would go to the athletes and for scholarships and maybe to help them if they didn't win to at least look good, I mean, we were all so excited, and we just jumped on board. Opal came up with a suggestion for our committees, for all of us to join on the committees. And of course, we all just clammed in and came up with different ideas for a decorating committee and fundraising committee and working on a gala booklet. And it was a joint effort because we were all energized and ready to make this a success. Some of my most favorable memories of working with Opal in this gala and on the different committees is just catching on with her energy. She was petite, but she was big with making you do commitments. I remember, one of the favorite things that she would do is call you late at night and give you the idea and then say how much you're going to give. And she'd court you, and the next thing I knew, I was in the $1,000 category. And it was all because of her love for Prairie View and wanting all of us to feel that same energy. And then when we would have the gala, the finesse that she implored of all of us to just come in and make this a glitzy night. She wanted it to be fabulous and wanted everybody to have a good time. And then with the band and all of the entertainment and our Prairie View president, and those were my favorite times with Opal. And some of the most favorable times about these events was her energy, as I said before, and getting us all to join in and feel that same Prairie View spirit.
I am Kimberly Runnels, immediate past president of the Prairie View A&M University National Alumni Association. I'm also a former president of the Dallas Alumni Chapter, and currently I am the Gala General Chair for the Dallas Chapter's 25th Anniversary Scholarship Gala. So in 1999, I remember the phone call that changed my life for the better. Mrs. Opal Johnson Smith, she called me and she said, "Kim, I need an apprentice for the Scholarship Gala. Would you like to join me?" And I was so nervous. I will never forget. I was just so nervous. And I remember talking to my mother about it. Is that something I can do? Can I do this? I'd never had any experience with event planning or fundraising or anything like that. So it was new for me. And so that first year, 1999, I went to her house every week. Every week we would meet and we would go through the agenda for gala meetings. And back then we met every week from May until September. So I learned so much from her. I did. I learned so much. Everything about hotel negotiations, about motivating people, encouraging people. You name it, she taught it to me when it comes to fundraising and event planning. So I definitely miss my friend. So Ms. Smith and our former Dallas chapter president, Mr. Cleverdine Lewis, they might be a little upset with us this year for the funds that we've spent for our 25th anniversary. We wanted it to be special. We truly wanted to celebrate. We've spent a little more this year on entertainment and decor than we've ever spent, but the chapter deserves it. Our alumni deserve it. We've done an excellent job, and I just have to give kudos to everyone who's worked on the gala committees, those who've participated, those who've given for 25 years. We have alumni who were at the first gala, and they've always given and continue to support. And we will never forget them. But Opal Johnson Smith, she put a mark, she made her mark in our chapter. She made her mark in our city. She made her mark with our alma mater. And she'll never be forgotten.